7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Def Con 1. Once upon a time, there was a little trader. He had power. The power to see through divergence. He understood his mission, his goal, his journey. This little trader has his goal set on turning pennies into bag loads of nickels. Come and join this little trader's journey. Like, right now, we are about to be live. Seriously.
Welcome guys, here's FundedCoffee at TDT ThinkDifferentTrading. Another New York Open. We are again largely ranging, as you can see here. UL, especially on the DEX and the Dow. Today is non-farm payroll day, so I recommend everyone to be safe and not to take too many risks here on a Friday. And let's see if we can get something. We get now our first London Open candle here. We might break just instantly on the SPY below our support line here. And what we would like to see is some type of break here below the support line to take shorts. And if we reject here, we could consider taking longs to the upside all the way to the POL. But of course we need our divergence to help us out here, whether we want to take a trade or not. See a big spike here on the DEX going above the POL. Already shows a sign of divergence here. This DEX is now potentially leading for the longs. We also see the other indices following the DEX currently. But again, we need more divergence here. By that I mean, for example, the DEX makes a pullback and retest of the POL, and we see the pullback and retest of the London Open here instead on the other indices. Right now there's not a lot to do yet. As you also notice, we are currently again pulling back here. On the SPY we are also hitting the previous London close right here. See it well. Generally I would of course prefer shorts, as the market is, if you look at the daily time frame, very bearish here. But we are right at the support, so we might get a small pop here. But if we turn bearish on the daily time frame, then it's very likely that we fill the wick here on the daily time frame here. And that's what I would be looking for now for today, if we get the opportunity for shorts. So far it doesn't really look like it. Likely have here some type of long setup, seeing that we retest POL and we just closed above the London close here right here. We could get a potential long right now, but for me that's not really what I would like to take here as of now. We didn't see yet a London retest on either the Dow or the SPY, and the market looks here also right at the resistance for potential double top. We are still inside that range. I don't really want to take a long here just yet. Personally don't think that we will get much of a trade here during the London Open, just so you know. But if anything, I really would like to take a short below the resistance line here. This week was very tough to trade as we had almost major news every single day. So the market just was ranging, waiting for the news to happen. And then we got a big spike to either direction, and then again a range, waiting for the new day to start. And then we just repeated that cycle over and over again every single day. So there wasn't really much to trade so far. Week, sadly. But it happens. The DAX here is still leading for the longs, as you might see here, but we still don't see any strong closes on the DAX. We did see here right now a decent long close on the SPY, which might be a decent try here, honestly, to take a long, yeah. But a very difficult long for me to take. Is it better now? Can you hear me better now? Also, as I just woke up, I'm a bit sleepy right now, so I might not talk loud enough. Is it better now? Okay, perfect. So anyway, we could get a long here if someone would like to take a try here to the long side, but I personally don't really see the longs yet for the indices. Thus you could potentially go for the range play which we have here, going for the bigger range. Right here on the indices, seeing that we also are, especially on the DAX, willing to go higher here. So you could go for a potential long right here. But again, as you notice, the candles which are forming are super slow here. No real momentum. And the DAX, who's leading currently, is making a pullback. Right here, So it's, as you might notice, it's very difficult to take here any trade currently when the market is just not doing anything really. Even so, that setup alone looks actually very good, but you need to also consider how the candles are moving while they're forming, basically. So you see how they're forming very slowly. Right now a bit faster, going down here. But when we were forming here, the candles were very slow and just didn't really want to move at all. And then just in the last few seconds they decided, okay, I will close now a bit stronger, which is not really a sign of strength. Even so, we closed here rather bullish. You could see by the way they were forming that there wasn't really any fuel behind that strong close, if that makes sense to you. So that's also something that I often look at when I'm trading. I'm not only looking at the candle once it closes, I'm also looking at the candle while it's forming to see and identify the momentum in the market. Right now we still see a decent push to the upside. Again, the entry would have been around here. And then I would potentially target either the high here or the POL. That's nothing personally that I would like to take in the current market. Okay, I made it a bit lower now. Is it better now? We'll figure it out. Alright, perfect. I didn't have my first coffee yet, so probably that's the problem here with my voice. The longs still looking okay here. It's a super boring market currently. The Dow is now almost hitting the POL. Buy has still a bit to go. The DAX is now going higher, looking good, looking strong. Which almost makes me want to go long here on the NAS. I wish we had a bit more momentum in the market, then I would take the long for sure. Like without even thinking I would go long right here if I knew the momentum was there. But this here is no momentum to me, and I personally really need momentum to start kicking in my trade for me to take a good trade to the upside here. But that's just how I trade. If there's no momentum, for me, then there's no trade, as my setup has a lower probability of being a winner, so I don't take it. But the setup itself was rather good to take. Now we are getting the problem of hitting the POL on the Dow, so we might get a rejection from here and a pullbacks and overall, or of course we break and go higher. The problem here is with the low volatility is that just any candle just can take you out instantly. If there's no momentum, you can't really manage your trade. For example, if I took a long here, I can't put the trade to break even after that 1 or 2 candles here because the market is not really moving a lot. Couldn't even be sure to put it to break even after that candle here, again because there's no volume. Just one candle can easily close and take you out break even instantly here because of the thin volume which we currently have. So that that makes it very difficult when scalping here to really manage your trades how you want to normally manage your trade. So we had the long opportunity here from the first 15-minute candle. Now we might see a pullback with a new 15-minute candle and then maybe another pop to the upside here. Now, for example, knowing that we are so slow, the short is actually looking rather interesting to me. Why? Because we are here on top of the range on the Dow, and similar with the SPY, we're making still potentially a lower high here, and we have the divergence of the DAX actually breaking above the current range, current high. So we could see, for example, a pullback here on the DAX, while the NAS is still, and the SPY, being rather weak on the higher time frame. So now we have the Dow retesting the range, which might mean that we could go down from here if we consider that we are also continuing to range as we are right now. So now that we have hit it here, the POL on the Dow and rejecting, we could take a short around here for the potential London retest. Now we see also good momentum in the market coming in. So far all my ideas were on point. I just don't see a good trade opportunity personally. So as you notice, I have a good sense of direction where we go on the chart, despite it being very slow and sluggish. But despite knowing to a good degree where the market is going, I'm not taking a trade right now. Right here, I really would like to consider shorting the Dow and on the tiny move up here. probably a bit too early yet to take a short here. But shorts do look long. Shorts do look good here. We also get now the first sign of weakness on that cross here, which is a small cross. Can't really see it well here. Which makes it a bit more interesting now to consider shorts, seeing that we have the confirmation of our system that there might be a shortcoming. I'm not yet in a trade, but I might take a short here after the candle close. I'm not in any trade just yet. If the Dow closed properly here on the first 1 minute candle here, then I would have taken instantly a short. Right now, I wanted to wait a bit more. Hopefully it doesn't go instantly now. And we missed the move. And just take it here. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Now we see a bigger rejection here on the DAX. But yeah, as you can see here, again, just no conviction here on the market. We had a nice pull down, and now we again suddenly making a huge bar to the upside here. We might still even go down and retest the London Open, but we likely will do it in such a difficult way that it's almost impossible to take a normal entry here. Manage anything, because we just see always those big candles in either side, in either direction, that it's so difficult, as I mentioned before already, so difficult to just manage your trade properly That's why I'm really well, not hesitating, but really considering whether I want to take a trade or not. Might be very boring here. See me now every day almost this week not to take anything. But sadly that's currently how it is. Normally in a good environment I get 1 to 2 trades a day, maybe even more. Sometimes I get even 4 to 5 trades in a day when the market is very good, but I just don't have it right now. I just can't take something like that when the market is not moving. Alright guys, we're really actually not moving, so I will stop the stream here without wasting your time. So what I want to see is here's the break below the range here on the Dow or the SPY or the DAX. The NAS is just similar. I would just look for the short side here. Once we break here the support, and else we might go further long if you can break above the range, but I'm not sure if I would want to trade the long side here. Let me really fast look at the forex pairs, even so they already moved largely here, as you can see. We even talked about EuroCAD yesterday's stream, I believe, when it just broke below here, and I thought that might be a very good short to take, and yeah, I didn't take it, but it moved very nicely from there. If you just see big moves on all forex pairs after yesterday. You have New Zealand CAD, which also looks decent here for the short side, to fill the monthly range here, sorry, weekly range. Might be also a very good short to take. We are bearish, we had the signal, you could be already inside the trade. The signal is also valid. We have a rejection here of our extension range. That's what we trade also on the private community, the extension range. You don't need to know it here, but we broke out of it, and now it might be a very good sign that we go lower. You can also see here that the CAD is currently gaining strength while the New Zealand dollar is losing strength. So that's a very interesting short opportunity here. Also seeing currently how overextended we are on the daily time frame with a nice rejection and a rejection week. So that could be a trade. Sadly it's Friday, that's something that you would need to consider. And yeah, there's not a lot really moving else otherwise. But yeah, thanks for joining, and I hope despite that boring no trading day again, that you learned something, or that you at least enjoyed my stream. And yeah, have a good one guys, bye bye.